I never thought I would see the day when an Alolan Muk takes out a Toxapex. It's amazing. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi Battle. Today we have a battle versus Patron from the Discord server in the OU tier. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi Battles right now. There's a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. So just double check you subscribe, because YouTube does this thing where it unsubscribes people. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump to the team preview. Okay, Patron's got a pretty cool looking team. They got a Meowscarada, Toxapex, Skeledirge, Great Tusk, Dragonite, and of course a Goodra. So pretty cool looking team. Electrode looks like it could put some work in. Thunder's going to sting. Leaf Storm's going to sting the Great Tusk as well. So I'm thinking lead off with the Pelipper, get the rain up straight away, U-turn on whatever they lead with. They probably lead off with the Meowscarada, to be fair. So I think we're probably safe doing that. And the battle begins. So Patron's going to lead off with the Meowscarada as expected, as we lead off with the Pelipper. Now, as we will learn from the last battle, there is a very strong chance that this thing might have Thunder Punch, which we don't want to get hit by. They probably go for a U-turn or a Thunder Punch. One of the two. So let's go into old Great Tusk over here. It's probably not the best switching in the world, but you know, I don't think they'll go for a Flower Trick out of fear of being hit by a Hurricane, so I'm going to switch out real quick. I really think they go for either a Thunder Punch or a U-turn. More than likely the U-turn, because Thunder Punch isn't super common, I don't think. So we'll go Great Tusk real quick, as they do go for a knockoff, which is, that was the other option, of course. Knockoff's going to not sting, but it's going to get rid of my leftovers, which is unfortunate. As the next turn, we're probably going to see either a switch out into the likes of the Dragonite or the Toxapex, because they probably weren't expecting an Earthquake. They probably expect a Fighting type move. So Skeledirge or Toxapex, or they go for a U-turn. So I've got to pick a Pokemon to switch into. Oh, then again, can I switch? Because a lot of people have been complaining about me switching my Pokemon out. I don't know why. It's part of the game, but you know. I'm taking note of that, and I'm thinking, do I want to switch out here? I think there's a good chance they're probably banded, so I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks real quick. They do withdraw, so they are choiced. So staying in was the right option here. Fair enough. I'm not it's not really fighting my case. So Iris comes in, the Dragonite. So that's pretty awesome. Iris the Dragonite comes in. We're going to go for a Stealth Rocks. There we go. Now, Dragonites, looking at their team, I would say this is probably a physical Dragonite. I don't know why they brought it in. Probably just to take the Fighting type move. So I'm going to risk it for a Chocolate Biscuit, and I'm going to go for an Ice Spinner real quick. There we go. Ice Spinner comes through. We do outspeed as well. Should do a lot of damage to the Dragonite. Actually takes it out in one shot. A critical hit. That is going to matter later on down the line. They actually had Rocky Helmet as well. That's an interesting set. So were they defensive with Dragonite with Rocky Helmet? I don't know. Pretty interesting though. In comes Tank. Tank, of course, being the Toxapex. Now, I would love to stay in and go for an Earthquake here, but this thing, it's going to live an Earthquake and it's going to go for a Surf to take me out. So I think the best thing to do is go straight into Electrode. This could backfire if they anticipate the switch and go for a Sludge Bomb, but I don't think they will. I think what they might do here is they might go for the Surf, trying to take out the Great Tusk. They go for a Baneful Bunker, so that's fair enough. That means they can scout, see what move we're going to go for next, so that's unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is, I'm still going to go for a Thunder, because they don't know I'm choiced necessarily. So if I go for a Thunder here, it's going to definitely sting, and we'll see what they're going to do. So if they switch into Great Tusk after the Baneful Bunker, then we know that they're probably assuming that we're choiced, which is correct. They withdraw straight away. Are they going to go Meowscarada to resist? They go Meowscarada to resist, which is fair enough. So Meowscarada comes in. Are they going to be Choice Scarf, though? That's the real question. So we'll go for a Thunder. Let's see how much damage we're talking. A decent bit of damage, to be fair. Can we get the Paralysis? No. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into Plopper, because they're more than likely going to go for a U-turn or a knockoff here. So if I go back into Plopper, we do unfortunately lose our Damp Rock if they go for a knockoff, but it's better than risking the Flower Trick on the Great Tusk. So we're going to Plopper real quick. They do go for a U-turn as anticipated, boosted by Protean. It's going to do a bit of chip damage to us, not too much damage though. And now they get a free switch into whatever they want pretty much. So what are they going to go into? Are they going to go Goodra? I think Goodra makes sense, because Goodra's probably got Thunderbolt on it. Yeah, Goodra comes in. So I'm assuming that's Goodra. Yeah, it's Goodra. Goodra comes in. It's going to get hurt by some Stealth Rocks, which is great. We're just going to go straight for a U-turn here. They're actually going to pop their leftovers, which is good to note. They're not Assault Vest, so we can hit it on the special side for some decent damage. Not with Pelipper, though, because they've probably got Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go for the U-turn because we should outspeed here. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of there. They go for a Draco, so they actually have some speed investment. We do live, though. Pelipper's able to live that, which is great. Able to go for a U-turn right now. There we go. Bit of chip damage on the Goodra. And then we'll go into whatever we want. So it looks like the Sap Sipper as well, so we've got to keep that in mind in case it's another Leaf Storm immunity. I don't know why I said another, but, you know, it's whatever. So what we can do now is I'm thinking we go either Great Tusk for the Ice Spinner or we go the Muk. I think the Muk's the better option because we can go for a nice and powerful knockoff. So I'm going to go Muk real quick. There we go. Muk comes on in, nice and shiny. Got to love it. Pop some leftovers on the Goodra, which is fair enough. So yeah, like I said, let's go for a knockoff real quick. They do withdraw. Are they going to go Great Tusk, though? That's the real question. This is when Alola Muk can come in handy for us. So in comes Tank. That's got to be the Great Tusk. No, it's not. It was the Toxapex. I remember that from earlier now. So we go for the knockoff on this thing. We're going to knock off its leftovers. There's a lot of damage. So that is definitely a especially defensive Toxapex. So I'm going to go for another knockoff here to get the KO. There we go. Knockoff comes through. Gets the KO on the Toxapex. I've never seen a Toxapex get 2-hit KO by a Muk before. Then again, Muk's only been in the game for a little while, so fair enough. But Toxapex out of the way is amazing for us. In comes PokeGZ.com. That's the Skeledirge. So Skeledirge is going to come in. It's going to ruin my day by going for a Will-O-Wisp, I'm guessing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back Pelipper. Let Pelipper absorb the burn. Go for a potential Surf if we can. Get some damage off on it. That'd be nice. If we can't do any of that, then so be it. So in comes Plopper. We're going to get the Rain up, which is great. Rain is great. Rain is lovely. Rain is fine. They go for the Will-O-Wisp as expected. It's obviously going to do... It's not really going to affect us too much because we can go for a Roost the next turn. I feel like Skeledirge outspeeds us, though. So I feel like we're going to lose Pelipper here, but I'm fine with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a Surf just on the off chance we do outspeed. They go for a Slack Off, so they're trying to minimize the amount of damage we do. Which is fair enough. They do outspeed us, though, which is worrying. So they could easily go for a Hex right now. So we go for the Surf. It does some solid damage. We get hurt by Burn. And I think their best play is to go for the Hex here if they've got Hex. If they haven't got Hex, then so be it. So let's go for a Surf real quick. They go for a Slack Off again. They're trying to stall the Rain out. Yeah, they're probably trying to stall the Rain out. So Surf won't KO here. But the burn does KO Pelipper, which is a shame. So we burned 2 turns of Rain there, which is unfortunate. What we can do now, though, is we can go into our Gholdengo. Quite easily go into Gholdengo. Go for a Shadow Ball to take this thing out. Or we can go Great Tusk, go for an EQ. Or we can go Muk, go for a knockoff. Or we can go Electrode. We've got a bunch of options. I think Electrode's a good one, so I'm going to go into Electrode real quick. There we go. Electrode comes through. And what we can do now is we can actually take advantage of Electrode's amazing ability to Tera right now. Obviously, it's not the only Pokemon in the world that can Tera, but we're going to Tera Blast Ice. This is going to hurt the Goodra as well. They obviously stay in because there's nothing that they can really switch in, because Meowscarada on Death's Door. If it gets hit by a Thunder, it's on Death's Door. Great Tusk, if it gets hit by a Leaf Storm, it's on Death's Door. Goodra was a good switch in, but at the same time, it's not now. So Electrode's going to Terrestrialize into an Ice type. We go for the Tera Blast. And that's going to easily take out this Skeledirge at 1 HP that it's at. So there we go. Down the Skeledirge goes. Nice and genned Pokemon. Gotta love it. Anyway, in comes Giga Blast, which is going to be the Great Tusk. So Great Tusk comes on in. They still haven't Terra'd. So they could Tera here. So I'm actually more inclined to just Scout first. So I'm going to go into Slowbro. The reason I'm going to Slowbro is because I feel like they're going to Tera Water here. And can we just admire how Hisui and Electrode terrestrialized looks like a ball that you would hang on your Christmas tree? I don't know what you guys call it in your countries, wherever you come from. They do it for the Tera as expected, so it was good of us to scout that because Electrodes are win con, so we definitely want to keep it around. They're going to go into a Fighting type, which is fair enough. They would have definitely lived the Tera Blast and gone for a Fighting type move to KO us, which is fair enough. So that's going to come through for us to go for a close combat boosted by Tera. Slowbro should definitely be able to take this like an absolute champ. Like an absolute monster that it is. There we go. Slowbro takes it like an absolute champ, which is great. So they're probably thinking, hey, there's going to be a Psychic move coming on right now. But what we're going to do is, because that Meowscarada could potentially be Choice Scarfed, we're going to expect the Meowscarada to come in right now. And they're going to expect a Psychic type move. We're going to go for a T-Wave and try and paralyze the Meowscarada on the switching, because that would be the ideal situation for us. They go for a knockoff. They stay in, knocking off our Rocky Helmet, which we have. We'll get a critical hit as well, which is unfortunate. Rocky Helmet's going to go, and then we're going to go ahead and paralyze this thing. Hopefully we don't miss. We don't miss, which is great. Paralyzing the Great Tusk is going to be pretty handy. That's for sure. So what we can do now is we can go for a Future Sight. Or we can go for a Surf. I'm leaning more towards Surf right now. The Surf in the rain is definitely going to take this thing out after it's had a defense drop from close combat. So let's go for the Surf real quick. And this is all provided we can live a move, which we can because they get fully paralyzed, unfortunately for them. Surf's going to come through. It should definitely take out the Great Tusk from here as it gets a critical hit. Oh my god, the hacks in this game. What is going on in the hacks in this game? So we get the para hacks. We got 2 crits. Did they get a crit on us as well? I think they got a crit on us as well. I'm pretty sure they got a crit on us. Yeah, they got a crit knockoff. They got a crit knockoff on my Slowbro. In comes the Meowscarada. So Meowscarada's a tricky one here. It's going to get hurt by some Stealth Rocks, which is great. What we're going to do is we're going to go for a nice and powerful Thunder Wave, just on the off chance they don't attack us, which they are going to attack us. They go for the U-turn, boosted by Protean. Definitely going to take out Slowbro, unfortunately. But Paul did a good job. Paul did a very good job. So we got Meowscarada and we got Goodra left. So let's see what we can do here. So they have to switch into Goodra right now, which means we get a free switch into whatever we want to take on said Goodra. In comes the Goo. The Goo comes in. Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo comes in. So the rain is going to stop, which is unfortunate, but we don't need Thunder on Electrode to win this game. All we need is Tera Ice. So what I need to do now is I need to go into Great Tusk. I need to go for the Ice Spinner to get as much damage off as possible. That's what I need. As much damage as possible. I don't think it'll KO. It might KO. I don't think it will, though. They're going to drop a Draco on our face and take out the Great Tusk. Then we bring Electrode and go for the Tera Ice. So let's go for the Ice Spinner real quick. If it takes it out, I'll be amazed. Nearly takes it out, which is great. So there we go. They go for an Aqua Tail. That's unfortunately not going to KO my Great Tusk. They should have gone for a Draco Meteor there, I think. They should have definitely gone for a Draco Meteor there. So that's unfortunate for my opponent, but it's fine. We can handle this. Let's go for the Ice Spinner real quick. Ice Spinner comes through. Great Tusk takes out the Goodra. So that's Goodra down. And now all that's left is the Meowscarada. So let's go from there. Let's do this thing. Let's do this. In comes the Meowscarada. Now, can Meowscarada pull this back? I'm not sure. The only play for them to do really is to go for the Flower Trick. So I'm going to go for the Ice Spinner on the off chance they don't go for that. And we live. Play Rough comes through. Protean boosted. It's going to definitely take us out, unfortunately. And that's what they decide to lock themselves into, if they're locked in. We're going to find out if they're locked in right now. This is going to be the deciding factor of the game. Not really, because we've got a Muk at full health. So we're going to Goldrush real quick. There we go. Goldrush comes on in. Floating in the air with our air balloon. And then we'll go for a Make It Rain real quick. And we'll end the match with a big show of cash. So they go for a play rough, proving they are locked in. Pop our air balloon. We're going to throw loads of money at them like this. There we go. Make It Rain comes through, taking out the Meowscarada. And that's going to be the game. So Gholdengo did good there. That was a pretty fun game, though. That was a really fun game. I really enjoyed that. A lot of cool sets on my opponent's half, like Rocky Helmet, Dragonite, etc. Pretty cool game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.